So about 2 years ago, Kotobukiya released this awesome figure of Red from the Pokemon series, and of course I bought it because I'm a huge Red fan. I'm a huge Pokemon fan altogether, and I absolutely fell in love with it. But he just seemed alone without his rival, Green, called Blue in the West. And so I found this Green figure, and I tried to match it together, but they're from different series and different manufacturers and stuff, so they just didn't match at all. But then a few months ago, I found this other Green figure released by Kotobukiya, the same manufacturer, and part of the same ARTFXJ series, same line of figures. So it's supposed to match Red exactly. And so I bought it, and it arrived, and here it is. It's Green with Eevee, and I have Red with Pikachu. Normally, Green doesn't really have Eevee. Green normally has, one of the three starters, but then since Red, started being tied with Pikachu, and then Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee came out, and then the Special Pikachu edition, then the rival had Eevee, it seems like Eevee might officially start to become like the canon starter of the rival, while Pikachu is the main trainer's starter. But anyways, enough of that, all that lore and stuff like that. Let's just open up the figure and see how good it is, and also match it up to the Red figure. Alright, so let's get started. Pokemon figure series, Green with Eevee. It's from Kotobukiya, part of the ARTFXJ series, 1/8 scale, pre-painted figure. The big window in the front, Pokeball window on the side, and on the top. Back has a picture of the figure, like an actual photo of the figure itself. And this is some artwork of the figure and Eevee, the rival. Green in Japan, and I think in Australia maybe, and blue in the West, like US, most of Europe, Canada, stuff like that. Anyways, let's just open it up. So it looks like the figure is just in this plastic clamshell, and inside the box just looks like a bunch of Pokeballs with Eevees. I think that's an Eevee silhouette. And here we have the original rival of the Pokemon series, Green, known as Blue in the West, with his Eevee. And I just want to note a few design changes over the years and over the generations, because there has been a few alterations, just like with Red, which some people might not have noticed if they're not like old school fans or just don't have like a keen eye. So first off, Green's hair has lightened over the years. Originally it was pretty brown, and now it's like a dirty blonde. And this pendant, I could have sworn it was blue before, and now it's just silver. So I always thought that was a Mystic Water, which powers up water-type moves. And they used to pair the rival with Blastoise, and Red always had Charizard, and so it was always Charizard versus Blastoise, but then that kind of just left Venusaur alone. But now that the main character has been, rocking Pikachu for a while, they kind of gave Eevee to the rival, which I guess doesn't mean this has to be blue anymore, unless I'm just misremembering that. And then this little badge right there, that has changed over the years. I know that hasn't remained the same. And then as for the boots, I honestly don't know if the boots are 100% the same. I never really paid attention to the boots of the rival. But looking at the boots, I just want to note that the rival is actually screwed to his base by his boots, so you cannot take the rival off at all. You can take Eevee off. Eevee isn't attached at all. See? And he's he or she, well actually it's a he, since just like with Pikachu, they made this little design a heart design if it's a female. So I guess this is a boy. So you'll probably notice that Eevee is on this base of stars. And I've seen Eevee on some stars on some other figures that the Pokemon Center has sold. At first I was thinking, is this like Swift or something? Because the Japanese name for Swift is Speedstar. That's why there's always stars on the screen, even in the anime version and the video game version. But then I started thinking some more, and then I was like, is this maybe Last Resort? Because Last Resort is like the strongest move Eevee can learn. It's like 140 damage, it's normal type attack, so special type attack boost. But it can only be used after Eevee used its other three moves. Then it can use Last Resort. And that attack, when it's used on screen, has multicolored stars, so maybe this is Last Resort? But then again, I'm just speculating. And here we have it, Trainer Red with his rival Green, also known as Blue in the West. Pikachu versus Eevee, both from Kotobukiya, both part of the ARTFXJ series. So that's pretty much it. If you like this video or just appreciated me doing it, you can give it a thumbs up and leave a comment telling me if you like this figure and if you think the rival should be matched with Eevee, since the main character Red has been matched with Pikachu over the decades. And subscribe to my channel for more otaku related stuff. Sometimes I do figure reviews like this. Sometimes I talk about cosplay, anime, just a bunch of different otaku stuff. And as always, don't be afraid to be an otaku.